Welcome, fellow horror hounds, and welcome to the latest episode of Talk and Stalk, your unholy home for horror. I'm your host, as always, Barry, and today I'm just going to be talking about the recently released trailer for Halloween Kills and my thoughts on it. Now, obviously, the movie is released in October. I think this film is anticipated by many horror fans and Halloween fans specifically. Halloween that came out in 2018, I liked it. I did like it. I certainly thought it was the best Halloween film in a long time. Admittedly, that's probably not saying much. The Halloween franchise has had a very rocky road, but it's a film that I thought was good. I certainly had some issues with it. But obviously, Halloween 2018 was intended to be the first film in a brand new trilogy, and Halloween Kills was supposed to be out last October, but obviously it's been put back by an entire year. Now, the trailer we got as of last night, I believe it was, I've actually watched it 3 times now, and I'll say this. I'm probably even more excited for the film than I was to begin with. I thought this was a great trailer. Now the worry I have is I realise that when the studios make these trailers, it's a kind of a tough ordeal because they basically have to try and promote the film as best they can, and by doing that, they're probably going to show you some highlights from the film, show you some good stuff. But at the same time, they've got to try and leave you wanting more. I don't want to go into a film feeling like I've seen two-thirds of the film already. This trailer does show a lot. It does. It certainly seems to, anyway. But nevertheless, I'm very excited still for the movie. The trailer basically, it looks pretty damn hardcore. Michael Myers, from the looks of things in this trailer, it seems like he's laying waste to the whole of Haddonfield in this film. I'm expecting this movie to have a very high body count. If that trailer is anything to go by, there's actually an awesome shot. I love the beginning of the trailer. We see the burning house that obviously Myers was in at the end of 2018's Halloween. And we see him slowly coming out, and all of the fire service, all of the firemen just standing there watching him as he slowly. And we see a couple of them killed. And we see a lot of people getting killed in this trailer, in fact, quite brutally as well. John Carpenter has actually said that this film is going to, he feels this film is really going to appease Halloween fans. Michael Myers looks completely and utterly relentless in this trailer. We see, there's she looks to be quite an elderly woman having a pole or something plunged through her neck. There's an old woman having her head smashed against the door. I think there's kind of an awesome shot where we see one of the victims at the forefront of the camera, and in the background we see Myers stabbing the woman who I believe is on the table or hunched over the table. We see, as I said, we see a couple of firemen that are killed. One is put up in the air, and a chainsaw. There is actually a chainsaw used. Now, I don't recall in any Halloween film if I've ever seen Michael Myers actually utilize a chainsaw, but it certainly looks like he's killing him with the chainsaw. I'm actually loving. I mean, I really like the mask that they had in 2018's Halloween, and I'm really liking this new look of Myers. Obviously, he's come out of a burning building. He's got like a half-burnt face, half-burnt mask. I really like the look of it, and we get a glimpse, a couple of moments in the trailer. We see Tommy Wallace. Sorry, actually, I've got his name wrong, haven't I? It's Tommy Doyle. Tommy Doyle in the trailer, sporting a baseball bat, and we also nurse Marion Chambers, of course, from the original Halloween and Halloween 2, which obviously this film does omit. In a scene, again, a blink and you'll miss it moment, a scene that is very reminiscent, clearly paying homage to the original Halloween. Scene she's in the car and Myers' hand smashes against the window. Again, like I said, very much a homage to the original Halloween. Also, a very notable shot in this trailer as well. Just kind of a nod to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, of which there was one in 2018's Halloween as well. We get to see the Silver Shamrock masks. We see 3 victims all wearing their masks from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. We just get a glimpse of their corpses. And again, I think they utilize good use of music in this for the trailer as well, the Halloween score, which in 2018's Halloween, I really like what they did to the score. They put kind of a twist on the classic, iconic John Carpenter score from the original Halloween and kind of tweaked it. They added like an extra layer to it, and I thought it was really well done. And the music, I think, perfectly accompanies this trailer. Obviously, we get a Laurie Strode actually saying that Michael Myers is flesh and blood, but no normal man could have come out of that burning building. And she actually says that with every time he kills, he transcends more. And then I think she actually says something along the lines of he's the very essence of evil. It's certainly being, because you go back to the original Halloween, okay? You know, Dr. Sam Loomis was basically saying that, you know, this is no man. He's evil on two legs. He's evil incarnate, etc. But I suppose there was still kind of a chance that maybe this was a normal human that was purely going on testosterone. But it certainly feels as though Myers is the embodiment of evil here. I mean, how much can a normal human being actually endure? And maybe she feels as though maybe he was human at once, but he's transcending beyond that. As long as there's no Thorn conspiracies that end up creeping into the storyline, I'm more than happy. Needless to say, that will not be incorporated into this storyline. And I like the fact that her granddaughter actually says, you know, my grandmother was right. The boogeyman is real. I think the trailer did a really good job of selling this movie. As I said, it looks pretty brutal from what I've seen of it. And, you know, it's going to have a high body count. Certainly. I mean, we see a lot of corpses. We see a lot of corpses. And even in this trailer, which I think is like 2.5 minutes long, roughly, we actually do see a lot happen. Now, I remember when the 2018 trailer was released, I do recall seeing a couple of shots, a couple of moments in that trailer that weren't actually in the final version, which I was somewhat disappointed with, actually. There was actually a moment, a clip I remember seeing, which again was really just there to appease the fans. You know, it was there for fan service. It's where Laurie Strode is actually shooting at the kind of shooting range in a garden, and she's actually singing, "I wish I had you all alone." I apologize for the very poor rendition there, but of course that song goes back to the original Halloween. So I'm certainly expecting, with the likes of Tommy being in this film and Marion Chambers, it's there to appease fans. It's there. It's going to provide fan service and all that. Me personally, this is just me. I love it when Michael Myers really plays on the whole stalking aspect. That's what I love about the original Halloween. The fact that he actually spends the majority of the movie stalking. Now, I do honestly feel that much of that is going to be removed for this film. Because, as I said, high body count. There seems to be a lot of carnage going to be going on in this film. So we're probably not going to get a huge amount in the stalking aspect. But even the 2018 Halloween, there were moments here and there that certainly kind of like, in a way, pay tribute to the original Halloween in terms of his stalking. I love the fact that 1 minute he's there, the next he's gone. And there is that very supernatural aspect to it. Now, again, that goes back to the original Halloween movie, where you could say, hang on a sec, could a normal human being actually get from A to B in such a short space of time or whatever? So overall, I thought it was a really good trailer. I'm really looking forward to this movie. Obviously, we are getting a follow-up film, so we know that Michael Myers isn't going to be killed in this film. The question is, are any of the 3 lead females going to be killed? Will Laurie Strode survive this trilogy? You know, pure speculation and all that. I'd like to think that they're not going to play it too safe and all bets are off. That by the end of the 3rd movie, that at least one of these characters, maybe even Laurie Strode herself, will be killed off, which I'm all happy for, as long as it's executed correctly. I absolutely love Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, but I'm just hoping that, you know, some risks can be taken. But overall, really good trailer, very well put together. At the same time, It does show a lot. It does show a lot. I don't want to go to the cinema and basically feel like I've seen almost the film, almost the entire movie. And it is a criticism I have for a lot of modern trailers, is that they do often show a little bit too much. But overall, I think it was worth the wait. I think this certainly, away from the Rob Zombie Halloween films, this certainly looks to be the most brutal Halloween film we've had, certainly. And obviously, in the trailer, they're going to hunt Michael Myers. You know, the predator becoming the prey, if you will. Good luck with that. But overall, really good trailer. Very excited for the film. It's not actually my most anticipated horror film of October, though. I'm really excited for it. Everyone that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the original 78 Halloween. But Last Night in Soho, which the trailer was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, which is actually out in the very same month. And Last Night in Soho is probably my most anticipated horror film of this year, with Halloween Kills a very, very close second. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about. So, Halloween fans, let's hope. Let's hope this film actually delivers the goods. John Carpenter seems to think it will. John Carpenter, I know he's attached to the film. He's there to try and sell the film. But at the same time, Carpenter, from what I understand of Carpenter, he shoots from the hip. You know, Carpenter's not somebody that sugarcoats something. If he doesn't like something or he's not 100% on something, he'll often give an inkling. But yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks a lot to everyone that listened. And October, I don't think can really get here quick enough. As I said, I'm expecting this is going to have a high body count. This is going to have Michael Myers in a completely relentless mission here, role. So yeah, thanks a lot. And for everyone that listened, and I'll be back again soon to haunt you and torment you. Take care.